Hello and welcome to another Arkeys video into a new Daily Race A and Gran Turismo 7. This time we are at Sardegna B, the reverse layout, and we are in the 2002 Mazda RX-7 and we are on sports hard tires. This is a bit of a tricky track. It's a nice car to drive. It's a bit challenging but also rewarding once you start getting it right. I did 4 races this morning. It, as usual, contained a bit of everything, and if you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. Now let's jump into the first one, and the first one is literally the first one because this is the first available race of the week. As usual, we've got Chicken Angel on pole position. I've got myself a livery, no rental car for me, and we are off the start. Remember the false start check. False start check and SR on seems to be the standards for race A now. So always be careful and keep that in mind, especially the SR updates. And I am trying to take it nice and easy into turn 1. You can see we've got a missile with wide open pop-up headlights coming into the braking zone and into the wall as well behind us. We are up into P7. And just trying to keep the car on the track around that corner. It's easy to run wide, and we've got some contact ahead, and we've got 2 cars almost coming to a standstill. That caught me out a bit, and now we've got this downhill left-hander, and you have to brake really early, and we've got a car in the gravel there. We are up into P5 now, but we've got the French driver on my left-hand side, so we're going side by side. I need to be careful. As we're coming up the hill, I'm lifting off a bit because I want to stay on the right-hand side. Also don't want to run into the French driver. Braking just as we come over that crest, and this is a really long corner, a long way around, and you can see it catches out P4 there. So we are up the inside, but narrow angle into this corner. We managed to keep the car in check. This is also a place where it's easy to run wide. Now we've got a good run on the Spaniard, who sees us, and no, we didn't get the move done, but they are running slightly wide, and here it gets all awkward coming into the final corner. Someone accidentally went into me, and I'm all slow coming out of that corner. So now we are jumping to turn 1, and I am braking early, but I am still getting it wrong. But the French driver got it even more wrong, so we are past them. But we've got another car on my inside. That's the Dutch driver, but they are backing out of that one, so we managed to get around that corner. Now this awkward corner section, you're coming in at a weird angle downhill, need to get the car slowed down and rotated, and as we're jumping to lap 3, you can see that P3 is doing a mistake in that very same corner, getting all out of shape, and we get a good run on the outside of them. I make a slight mistake into this left-hander though, so there's a bit of contact, but the Spanish driver was backing out and we survived. We are going to jump ahead again in this one. Now we've started to catch up with the leaders. We are on lap 4 and we are getting really close. It's getting a bit awkward into these corners. I'm on the inside of P2, and as we're coming down the hill, I'm briefly up into P2, but I think the driver behind me is braking a bit too late. There is contact, but we'll just let that slide. It might as well have been an accident. Now we are staying on board for the rest of this lap. I will just try to see if I can stick with them. You can see we've actually got Chicken Angel running away a bit, and I need to see if I can find a way around P2, who is a bit wobbly. To be fair, it is the first race for all of us. We are all a bit wobbly. Now we're coming through this corner. Be careful not to run wide on the exit. It's easy to get a lot of understeer if you haven't got the car lined up properly. Here you need to lift off a bit. Don't run too far to the left because it will mess up your line into all these corners leading up to the final corner. I'm accidentally having a short look around the inside there, but all it did was losing all my momentum. They are getting away and we are going to jump to the end of this race because I couldn't do much more about this. So this first race we are finishing in P3. Now we are setting a qualifying time and we managed to start on pole position in this second race. We are off the line and we are coming up towards turn 1, and when you're doing this track in reverse layout, turn 1 isn't as dangerous when it comes to dive bombs as it is when you're doing it the normal way round. It's a more of a sweeping corner, this one, and if you can just keep it cool, unlike the drivers behind me, then it is possible to run away. The first really dangerous corner section is the one coming up here, and I think I am going to be a bit wobbly. The car gets really unsettled when you're trying to scrape off some speed and get the rotation done as well. And I am a bit slow. Exiting in second gear, you want to be back up in third gear for the exit for that one, but I had to slow down the car because I braked a bit too late. Now we're coming up the hill. I'm lifting off slightly, trying to keep the car towards the right hand side, and braking just as I'm coming over the crest. Now just trying to keep towards the inside. Remember, this corner is a long one, so don't end up in the sand on the right hand side. A couple of awkward corners coming here as well. We are starting to pull away now, so we are actually going to jump to the end of this race because I managed to escape the rest of the pack. So we are about to clear the final corners, keeping it towards the left hand side, so you've got some room to swing back over into the final corner and get an exit out of there in third gear. And we are rushing towards the finish line, and you can see I did manage to build a decent gap to the rest of the race. So that was a win for me, but not a very interesting race to watch. So we are jumping on to the third race, and now we've got some stuff happening. I'm still on pole position, improved my time a tiny bit more, and now we've got Handsome Frank behind me and Chicken Angel directly behind me, in fact, and we are coming into the first corner. And at first it was looking like I could manage to run away again, but then later on I got distracted by my own very bad connection, so I unfortunately completely missed my braking point into turn 1. You can see the car is all over the place, lost a lot of time there, and that threw me off a bit. I had lost my comfortable lead, and here comes the brain fade. I am ending up in the gravel and almost to a standstill, and here comes Chicken Angel. I'm just leaving the door open. I've got dirty tires and just need to get back into the groove. But at least we've got some racing to watch now, but I'm still a bit out of shape. I'm trying to hang on to Chicken Angel. We're coming up the hill. Just keep the car towards the right hand side and make our way around the long corner here. We are keeping up with Chicken Angel, but let's see for how long we can do that. And now this awkward corner, getting the car slowed down. Be careful not to get too eager on the exit. You can see Chicken Angel was actually just skimming the sand on the left hand side. I am trying to be patient through this corner section. Don't overcook it because you want the right entry into the final corner, but I mess up completely. I'm actually amazed I didn't get a corner cut penalty, but I got a poor run out of there. I gained a bit back, but now I'm just trying too hard, and you can see now I am doing exactly that, overcooking the entry into the final corners, and you can see I am ridiculously slow coming out of the final corner, leading on to the longest straight on the track. So Chicken Angel got this one, and we are jumping on to the final race of the video, and now we've got all the TCR boys, including Titsney, joining the race. I'm still on pole position, improved my time even further, and now I just don't want to bin it again. I would like to stay out of the blooper section of Titsney's weekly race guide video. We've got Chicken Angel right behind me. Just keep it cool into this corner, getting the car slowed down, carefully coming back onto the power. And this is only a tiny dab and release of the brake to bring the car towards the inside, a bit too much towards the inside. Now down to third gear, carefully getting the car slowed down, and you can see it easily goes very wobbly. Chicken Angel was being very careful behind me, Can we get the car slowed down up to third gear, a bit sideways, but we get an okay run out of there. We've still got Chicken Angel at a fairly close distance, and I could easily make a mistake. We're coming up the hill, lifting off, braking just before we come over the crest, keeping the car towards the inside, and don't run wide on the exit. We are finding a rhythm on this track, but with my long history of bidding it all by myself in races, nothing is done until this race is completely done. Now lifting off slightly, making sure to keep the car towards the right hand side, so we've got room to keep it towards the left hand side so we can get into the final corner. That was not the best, to be honest, but this was pretty much this race. I kept the lead until the end, and we are about to go across the line, finishing on a high this week. This is a fun little combo. The car is fun to drive once you get to know it, and I think there's a good chance of having some good racing here. That's all from me for now. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.